Mauricio Pochettino's message to the fans. A Spurs legend isn't convinced that Pochettino should return to the club and has suggested Graham Potter instead. And Spurs are now looking at a previous transfer target. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. In today's video, I'll be going through all of today's Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports. And if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Let's start today's video by saying many congratulations to Brentford. They will now be playing in the Premier League in the 2021-2022 season. They beat Swansea City in the Championship playoff final earlier this afternoon. They will join Norwich and Watford in the Premier League next season. Paulo Gazzaniga, who of course has just left Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, put the following on Instagram earlier today. Dear Spurs fans, I haven't had the time to say goodbye to all of you at N17, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of your support during these 4 years. I had the pleasure to wear the shirt of this great club. It has been an amazing journey full of unbelievable memories. I've learnt a lot from teammates, staff, friends and fans at Tottenham. To all of you, thank you. All the best and hope to see you again, Paulo. As we all know, this past week, Antonio Conte keeps being linked to the Tottenham Hotspur head coach job. Former midfielder Jermaine Jenas told BBC 5 Live, I think that he will feel that the Tottenham position is below him personally. Having already been in the Premier League with Chelsea, I think Real Madrid is the position he is looking for. Tottenham Hotspur legend Glenn Hoddle has been talking on the Keys and Grey podcast all about Mauricio Pochettino possibly coming back to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and he isn't convinced that the Argentinian boss should return. Glenn Hoddle said it's such a difficult one. Pochettino is a great guy. I met him on a few occasions with Ozzy Ardiles. He's a really good football man, really good at his job. When he went off to Paris Saint-Germain, I thought now he's going to get success, now he's going to get some silverware, and he hasn't. Sometimes people are destined not to be successful. They're very good at their jobs and excellent coaches, but other people you think, oh, they've had some luck, and they get their rewards that way. Hoddle then went on to say for Daniel Levy to turn around and say, I'm taking Poch back, I made a mistake, it was my fault, it doesn't sound like Daniel. That would be a big call, a massive call. He then went on to say they absolutely pulled the plug too quickly on Jose Mourinho. If you win a trophy, you get the confidence. The way that Jose Mourinho set up, he was trying to get them over that line and he got them to a final. It was ludicrous to chop him at the knees just as he gets to the cup final. Whether you like Jose Mourinho or not, the man deserves to have a run at that cup. If they'd won it, it could be a different story now, but Daniel Levy now has a massive headache. Glenn Hoddle then added, I'm sure that he'll do what's right for the club, but it is a real crossroads at Tottenham. So Glenn Hoddle isn't that keen on Mauricio Pochettino coming back to Spurs, but he is bigging up the possible appointment of Brighton boss Graham Potter. He said Graham Potter gets a mention, and rightly so. What he has done with Brighton and what he has done right through his career is one thing. He has got promotions abroad, and what he has done with Brighton. If they had a finisher, they're not going to get the likes of Harry Kane, but if they had a fit Danny Ings, they would have finished 8th or 9th in the league. He has done a wonderful job. The Spurs job is not impossible, but it's going to need time. So why would the fans say it's got to be a big name? Because even if it is a big name, whoever it's going to be needs time to work. He needs to look at the squad, improve the squad. Lastly, Glenn Hoddle said you could bring in a combination of Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson and Jose Mourinho if they were all one man. He can't go out and play and do it all for them. So there is a time factor with Tottenham. It needs to be a bit of time for them to rebuild. A report was published earlier today by the Daily Star and they are stating that Daniel Levy is confident over return of Mauricio Pochettino, who has unfinished business. Tottenham chief Daniel Levy is feeling confident over his chances of completing Mauricio Pochettino's sensational return to North London this summer, despite the stance of PSG. It then states that the 49-year-old is said to be keen on returning to the club where he spent 5 years of his managerial career. His current side want him to see out the final year of his contract. And the Sun newspaper reported that Daniel Levy is confident he can pull off the sensational return, with Pochettino willing to come back to the club following extended talks this week. It is believed that his return would help keep hold of Spurs striker Harry Kane beyond the summer transfer window, with links to Chelsea, Manchester United and Manchester City ongoing. These reports also state on Thursday Mauricio Pochettino was quoted on the PSG website regarding his plans for the future. He said, With this way of working and with the desire to be able to develop other kinds of ideas on the pitch, it will be possible to do great things in the future. I think that in football, you are never satisfied because perfection doesn't exist. But we're always looking for that satisfaction that we can't find, because I always believe that football challenges you every day and that from season to season, you have to do better and better. Mauricio Pochettino then spoke about the return of fans, and he said, this is something that hopefully can be solved soon, and we will be able to have this strength again with our fans, create this bond that makes the team better and will help us to achieve the goals that we have set. A report was published earlier by the Sun newspaper, and it states Harry Kane flies back on private jet from holiday with wife Kate, Eric Dyer and Spurs boss Ryan Mason ahead of Euro 2020. Harry Kane has touched down from his holiday with wife Kate before immediately linking up with his England teammates. The Spurs captain was joined by Eric Dyer, interim boss Ryan Mason and their partners on a sun-soaked trip. This report then states that Kate shared a snap on Instagram of the group posing outside a private jet that included Ryan Mason's other half, Rachel Peters. While Harry Kane and Kate also enjoyed their own personal time, Tottenham's superstar striker made sure not to forget his little ones. The 27-year-old brilliantly showed off this season's heroics as he posted a picture of the Golden Boot and Playmaker Award next to the pool. Alongside the image, he wrote the caption, "Took the little ones on their first holiday." A report has just been published by the Daily Express, and they are stating that Tottenham Hotspur renew interest in long-term transfer target as Daniel Levy eyes Harry Kane replacement. Harry Kane could be heading out of the exit door at Tottenham this summer. The report states that Tottenham are reportedly considering renewing their interest in Marseille striker Arkadiusz Milik as a replacement for Harry Kane if he leaves this summer. And according to Tutto Sports, Spurs are one of a number of sides considering a move for Milik, with Atletico Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain also linked. Harry Kane could well leave Spurs this summer, leaving some giant shoes which Daniel Levy will have to act fast to fill. Tottenham were linked with a move for Milik last season, but their interest this summer will depend purely on whether Harry Kane gets snapped up. It also states that Spurs are also likely to face fierce competition for the Poland international from Italian side Juventus. The future of Cristiano Ronaldo remains up in the air. Meanwhile, the returning Allegri will need to find a new striker. A report has been published by the Daily Mail, and they are stating that Ryan Mason is ready to become a full-time manager following his promising spell in caretaker charge of Tottenham. The former Spurs midfielder enhanced his reputation as one of the brightest young coaches in the country during his short spell in charge following Jose Mourinho's sacking, winning 4 of his 6 Premier League games in charge. It then states that Sportsmail understand that the 29-year-old is targeting a number 1 job as he looks to take his first steps into senior management. Tottenham players were said to have been very impressed by Mason's coaching sessions during his spell in charge, helping galvanise a squad that was low in confidence. It's understood that Ryan Mason would listen to offers for a manager or head coach job ahead of next season. His ability to deal with off-the-field issues is also known to have impressed many at Spurs. Ryan Mason was forced to deal with awkward questions about Tottenham's attempts to join a European Super League and Harry Kane's attempts to leave the club during his spell in charge. Ryan Mason already has vast experience in academy coaching within Tottenham's setup and has completed the necessary coaching badges. So who will be the next Tottenham Hotspur head coach to lead us into the 2021-2022 Premier League season? Here are the latest betting odds from channel sponsors William Hill. Mauricio Pochettino is currently odds-on favourite of 4-9. Antonio Conte is 9-2. Eric Ten Hag is 5-1. Roberto Martinez at 12-1. Graham Potter is 16-1. Eddie Howe and Brendan Rodgers are both 18-1. Just before I go, I would just like to tell you about this signed shirt competition. You could be winning this signed shirt from the 2020-2021 season, signed by the likes of Gareth, Bale, Harry Kane, Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Hugo Lloris. All of the players are on here. For your chance to win this fantastic prize, go over and visit my Twitter page and my Instagram page. This fantastic prize is courtesy of channel sponsors William Hill. You must be over 18 to enter this competition, and it does come with a certificate of authenticity. And the closing date is Saturday, the 5th of June. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and well. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until the next video, come on you Spurs.